This video will provide you with information regarding your final opportunity to make a purchase. The likelihood of being able to acquire XRP is rapidly diminishing. Because you are aware that we have identified the exact bottom in the month at which XRP will start to move, I would like to know what the statistics and graphics are that I am referring to, in order to present dates that go all the way back to the call that was made the previous year. Those of you who have been following along are going to be pleasantly pleased by how accurate this information is. Please, Joe Lubin, fill me in on the happenings that occurred last night. While I was on a live call with Lubin, he did not answer. Considering that you are aware that he is vulnerable to the full Ethereum corruption, I wish he did. It is growing beyond your ability to control. Without further ado, might ever imagine without stopping. Now, let's get something going. As of right now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and $66,329 are all trading at $33.38. This is a 43% increase over the past 24 hours. Both USDT and USDC have an increase of 93%. XRP and 99% were the closing prices, respectively. In terms of the overall loss, this amounts to 57 cents, which is equivalent to 1.8% of the total loss. Given that the total market value of cryptocurrencies is only somewhere between $2 trillion and $500 billion, what are the next steps that we should take? There is either a breakdown that occurs above 3 trillion bitcoins, or there will be a breakdown that may test 1.8 trillion bitcoins. Both of these outcomes are possible. It takes about 2 weeks for the events to take place. What will be your major metric, and what should we be paying attention to in the article from CoinDesk that I will show you in about 2 minutes? The article analyzes the forecasts that hedge funds are making regarding the prospects of the price of Bitcoin in the future. At the same time, you are aware of the things that I concur with. On the other hand, if you haven't already looked into this, I now have my bull run for the cryptocurrency market from 2024 to 2025. I was able to surpass the goal, which was to retire in the year 2025, and to achieve a 20x increase in each of those cryptocurrencies that I had presented in a report. I was able to reduce the overall amount of money that I invested in each of the 15 by dividing it up. I intend to add 3 more this week or later this month after that. I will do that shortly. All I require is some information regarding the prices. The initiative that I became involved with was the topic of discussion on the episode that aired yesterday. Rugrat on Solana Live is the name of this topic, and as you can see, it was debated in real time earlier. The question is, what is the goal of this project approximately 45 to 1 hour after the launch? It is quite simple to do. It is a meme about Solana. Furthermore, they are not only making a statement but also carrying out the actions that they have taken. There is a plethora of these malicious money efforts that are currently in existence, and they basically rug people. Considering that I brought them up, we have talked about them. In addition, this work is successfully achieving that goal. Incredible is the founding group of this company, which was essentially working toward the goal of removing all of the garbage, corruption that existed within the cryptocurrency industry. On the other hand, it is noteworthy to note that yesterday, what happened to you? The developer was a jerk who was very dishonest. In what manner did he behave? When the value of his tokens had soared by a factor of 200%, he made the decision to sell them. After the individual had made, I suppose, approximately $12,000 in congrats, we made an attempt to terminate the project. But what exactly is working so well? Due to the fact that this is a fundamental community, there will be no more people dumping on it. The crew has successfully reclaimed control of the project, and now there is an intriguing indication that the price is starting to go up. Doesn't that make sense? A truly fascinating topic. The fact that there are a great number of buy-in orders coming in is plain to see. People in the neighborhood are starting to take notice of this. It is I who is responsible for this. It is well knowledge that I am opposed to corrupt practices and con artists in general, which is the reason why I am endorsing this endeavor. To be very honest with you, this will take place in the year 2050. There is a growing amount of attention being paid to us on social media, possibly even 100 times more than that. Principal swing factors, particularly influential people in the Solana area, are aware of this. It is not my intention to recommend that you buy, but if you have $20 or $50 to spare, it would be worthwhile to give the idea of buying a meme currency for project stocks a shot. I will tell you the truth right now, I have invested $1,000 in it, and I have the feeling that I am going to get a good, fat return on that capital, because I believe that this thing is about to blow you away. The moron who intended to destroy the firm has disappeared, and people are gradually coming back and demonstrating more faith in our endeavor. You can see that this is happening. You should look into that without a doubt. And for something that is so inexpensive, It's almost like, no, Barina, why do you think that's acceptable? You were completely unaware that you had $20 or $50. Because in all honesty, what are you going to do with 5, 10, 15, or 20 times the amount of money that is returned to XRP? Sit around, stop by, and jump in and watch where this goes. How easy is it to hedge, people? Bada bing bada is the phrase that best describes it. The funds have a pattern of falling over time. When it comes to Bitcoin wagers, the bulk of funds have engaged in carry trades by taking short positions as indicated by the data. According to Ober, leverage funds are comprised of records, short positions, and capital management. Since the beginning of the previous week, the majority of funds have acquired short positions in Bitcoin, which is a component of a carry trade. According to one observer, certain funds may be preparing themselves for a price decrease following the purchase of the asset. This topic was discussed on the channel for several weeks. In point of fact, as of right now, the markets are acting precisely the same way that they do in each and every Bitcoin month. We are getting closer and closer to the finish of the correct bull run prehab cycle, and prices are going up. While we are beginning to consolidate halving hits, people's costs begin to decrease. For the next thing they know, they are yelling that the bull run has come to an end, that their most treasured coin has not yet reached its highest point, and that they are angry with the entire world. Pay attentively and try to understand why Bitcoin is so popular. Simply put, Bitcoin will undoubtedly exceed $100,000 at some point in the future. Bitcoin is going to hit 125. It is possible that we may even surpass 150, and it is even possible that we will hit the 200,000 level. Nevertheless, there will only be a minor decrease. There is nothing out of the ordinary about people. Sincerely, I am of the opinion that if we do witness the decline, you are aware of this. Despite the fact that 485 is a great resistance, I do not believe that we will go. If we take into account the fees, it is now less than $485 more. Regarding Bitcoin at the moment, 66, even if Bitcoin drops by 20% to 66, that is still a very long way to go as far as it can go. Carry out 770,000 repetitions. 20% or 14 out of 66 indicates that a worst case scenario of $50,000 might be in play. I don't think we are going to go. A level that low, but you will be the one to carry it out. These alternative cryptocurrencies will start to move throughout the summer before Bitcoin fully begins to take off, and they will be brought back up. We have an understanding of this Q3, Q4. You may get this chart right now. This was broadcast by Keith. Keith was someone I talked to on a regular basis, and I also had him on the program quite a few times. There are only 2 episodes, but despite that, I have a lot of conversations with him. On Discord, we have a lot of conversations. He has his own Discord server, and he is taking action. He recently made a purchase of XRP because he considers this to be an excellent spot to make a purchase. Take a look at what he has accomplished up to this point in between here. To clarify, this refers to the range of 57 cents to 58 cents. Considering where we are at the moment, this is an excellent level for him to be at. What precisely does he foresee taking place? A movement that is approaching with an XRP is detected by him. Despite the fact that it is not always possible to timing the bottoms, what we aim to do is go as near to them as we can. This is true even if you buy it for 58 or 60 cents, while the market is 34.56. It won't make a difference, but we are going to make a buy, and the dollar cost average is getting close. People, I want to get as close to the bottom as possible, so what exactly does that line XRP represents? Be on the lookout, the relocation is going to take place. I would like to inquire about the timing. Is it 30 or 60 days, if you please? The likelihood of this by zone being hit is high. There is a possibility that we are watching the lower 50-cent range, which would mean that we might see a modest decrease in XRP here. The fact that you can see the buy zone, however, should not cause you any concern. Hello there, everyone. The buy zone is that large